Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the full moon that's occurring on April 23rd or 24th, depending on where you live in the world. We're going to take a look at each life path number and how these energies could influence your path. So before we get into that, of course, this is a general reading. If you would like a personalized forecast or reading, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. I would love to work with you. All right, let's take a look at each life path number. Life path 11-2. Okay, so this is some really beautiful energy coming in around this full moon for you all. You're working with the 19-1 energy, and when this comes in a cycle, this is so beautiful. Love is in the air, okay? So this is like soulmate energy. So for some of you, who are single and ready to mingle, this can bring in a soulmate connection. So like a long-term partner, potentially someone who you have a soul contract with in this lifetime to, experience life in that way, right? And as a partner, you could see that come in for sure. And this is that kind of energy where it's very divinely timed and very divinely guided. So it's not like you're going to miss this person. It's not like you have to actively search out. It's a matter of just that serendipity, right? They just show up at the synchronicities are probably going to be off the wall, potentially, right? If this is what's meant for you at this time, then it will likely fall into place probably quite suddenly and quite rapidly, right? It's like one of those connections where you see the person and right off the bat and look out. Now, it is soulmate energy, but it doesn't have to be partnerships, right? It could be, you adopt a pet and that pet feels like a soulmate, right? It could be you meet someone who becomes a lifelong friend or connect with someone on such a deep, deep level that is just, there's synergy there, right? It's just incredibly beautiful. So that is very, very possible. This is also a beautiful energy to just do acts of kindness, to, be love in action type of thing. So paying it forward or just doing kind acts of generosity, being generous for the sake of being generous, right? And you will see that come back to you. Of course, that's not the reason why you would be doing it, but you will see that come back to you. And so this is a great energy to do that where, if you can do acts of service at this time, you will see the rewards of that. But love, marriage, anything like that is very possible under this energy. The other thing I would say is, it doesn't necessarily have to be marriage, right? It could be just taking a relationship to the next level. So for those of you who are already in a connection, you could see that connection really blossom, like really just open up to another layer, right? Where not only do you maybe take it to the next level, but from like a soul level, like it opens up quite beautifully. So just incredibly beautiful energy. The other thing I would say is this is a great time for rewards, for feeling truly rewarded for the effort that you've put forth and obstacles being overcome, feeling like you're able to either recognize the obstacles that you have overcome and sort of celebrate that, or overcome a current obstacle that seems to have been a little relentless and, in your path. So this is a great time to overcome that and almost effortlessly. It's going to feel almost effortlessly, although the likelihood of it is you've probably been working on this for a while. So there's a great sense of reward and fulfillment that can come from that. And I would say celebrate it, right? Do something nice for yourself. This is such a beautiful energy for that. Also, this brings about new beginnings. So I would say, absolutely in the area of love and romance and deeper connections for sure. But just new beginnings or regeneration in some area of your life where it's needed. So I would say, a lot of times humans are afraid of change or afraid of new things. And so I would say if that's the case and something new comes in for you, just do it. Throw caution to the wind and try it and just see how you feel after you give it some time. Because it could be something really, truly beautiful, blossoming at this point in time. So yeah, I love this for you all. Absolutely love this for 11s. I think this is great. And again, just, if you feel called to adopt a pet, this is a great time to do that, because again, that soulmate energy, that very like divinely guided, divinely timed, like very spiritual energy is sort of being sprinkled like fairy dust on top of you at this point in time. So, it's not a forced energy, so it's not about forcing something. But if you feel called, if you're walking by a pet store and you're like, I'm just going to go in and look, and you see that little kitten or that little bunny or whatever, and you're just so completely drawn to this little soul, there's your sign, right? So there's a lot here about following your intuition and overcoming fear, especially irrational fear around these new beginnings. And yeah, taking a deep dive, just diving in, head first. I don't want to say throw caution to the wind, but, follow your heart. This is truly an energy to follow your heart. So beautiful energy here, 11s. I hope it's a beautiful full moon. Take care. Bye for now.